Hello, I'm Barry.
And I'm Chris. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of Coull Discussion, where we're going to be talking about what's going on today in the States.
Oh my goodness, what's happening?
The presidential election.
Oh boy, we get to choose between the lesser of two evils.
Effing time. No, I'm choosing the greater of two evils this time.
Stay tuned for the end of the show. We'll give our predictions.
Yeah, we are. Obviously, we don't know the results, because if we did, we could make tons of money by betting on it.
That's right.
But we won't know the results, and we'll talk about it next week. But right now, we're going to do a precursor to it, because it's all finally getting to that point where...
What's it been? Friggin' a year since they started this stupid
A
run?
year and a half?
Since they started this whole...
In the States, it's been about a year and a half.
Just in case you're living under a rock, Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton for the President of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is it? Like back to if you said Biff is going to be President of the United States.
He's damn close about
Purge,
predicting...
yeah, something. Cubs win the World Series. Biff's going to be president. Oh boy.
And Star Wars Episode 7?
I think we have hoverboards already. Anyways, we digress.
Close to.
We digress.
Yes, we do digress.
There's been a lot of controversy on both sides of the coin. I don't even know where to start.
That's the thing. Where do you start?
It's so...
So back and... Okay, it's definitely been a back and forth race. It's never at one point at various points in time, it has definitely looked like Clinton was going to be the clear winner, hands over fist. At one point in time, she had a 12-point lead in the polls. And now it's all evaporated. It's gone. There's you could look at many different polls, and you can see in some Clinton's ahead by 4. In other polls, she's neck and neck with Trump, and yeah, it's one of those.
I feel bad. I do. I feel sorry for people. I'm thankful I'm Canadian, and I got Justin Bieber or whatever his name is as our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, selfie man. I know it's weird for me to say that, but to have to pick between these two people down there, I'm going... Oof. Oof.
Yeah, it really is.
And this is the biggest thing that bothers me about the whole democratic system down there, is that so many people have said, I've seen so many things and comments of, I'm forced to vote for X or forced to vote for Y, because... the other one is just too bad, and it's like the lesser of two evils, and it's like, well, why don't we just not vote? Why doesn't the whole country just go, we're not voting? Not one person casts a vote. Maybe Hillary and...
Well, Hillary and Trump.
And Trump, that's it. And everybody just goes, nope, we're not picking. I wonder what would happen if they did that. I wonder if the whole country just went, we're not picking. We do not like any of you. You know, like, it just blows my mind that people call Trump a rapist, and he can run for president. Hillary Clinton, it's been well documented that the head of the FBI has said, or somebody who's pretty high in criminal stuff down there, has said, if it was anybody else, they'd be in jail right now with what she's done, and she's running for the president of the United States. It just makes no sense to me.
Well, in all fairness,
so
her husband is a rapist, and Donald Trump is only being accused of rape, and...
Well, no, he's not. He's a rapist. In the media, he's a rapist. In the public eye, he's a rapist. He's a misogynist. He grabs women by the pussy because he made that comment. And news flash here, everybody. Yes, that's kind of talk doesn't happen in professional athletes' locker rooms because it's professionals. Okay? Go to any beer league. People are talking about grabbing pussies and
I've had that conversation in lunchrooms in the places that I've worked. So for
it
people
happens.
to say it doesn't happen,
yeah.
it's like it's a bunch of bull.
Let's not, I'm not defending it. Let's not, but it happens between men. When there's a group of men talking, maybe even women, I don't know, but when there's men talking, they're talking about the especially your prize that you hit last night.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? You're talking about it in probably a little bit of detail. To your dude friends.
Yeah, and unfortunately right now, because of cameras, and there's pictures that go along with it.
There might be.
Not like Yeah. Okay, did you watch the presidential debates?
Well, I watched, yes. How many was there? 3, right?
There was 3.
I think I watched all 3. No, I missed one because there was a hockey game on.
I watched 2 of them. I watched the second 2.
The first one, I thought was just Trump looked like an idiot. Obviously,
what I heard,
obviously Hillary is the career politician.
Yep.
So she came across as the
career
politician. Donald Trump came across as, well, I think, a regular human being. As he went on, he got way better. I think by the third one, he was. The thing that got me, that I noticed, was that he's had the same message through the whole thing.
Yes.
He said the same things through the whole thing. So it was very, this is boring. It's repetitive. You're not giving us sound bites. Where Hillary seemed to say different things through the 3. I was like, okay, all right. But neither of them really answered any questions. Neither of them really...
That is what I found with Clinton, is she gave career politician answers, which is, you say something, but don't actually say anything. Trump, yes, he had a very same message all the time. On the third one, he gave a little bit more details about some of the things he was going to do. Not as much as we would like. But here's the thing. I find that the debates aren't necessarily the greatest place in the world to talk about things, because you only have a limited amount of time.
You can't get your whole thing out. Yeah.
And Trump always, after a debate, at a rally, he talked about things.
Yeah.
And that's what I found was really good, because it's like, I might not have answered these questions in the debate, but here's my answer now. And he gave it, and he was able to talk for 15, 20 minutes about that thing. And
I find that the third one especially was very, it seemed very biased towards Hillary. I found they were a little harder on Trump.
No.
I thought they were.
Okay, on the third one, I thought the moderator...
Maybe it was the second one.
The second one.
Where it was very...
The third one, the moderator, he cut Clinton off. He cut
it was probably the second one.
Trump off. He tried to treat them both fairly. He would hammer a question with Clinton and hammer a question with Trump. In the second one, I found that the 2 moderators were like, okay, quiet, Trump. She has to talk. Quiet, she has to talk. Quiet, she has to talk. And she would run over her time numerous times, and they wouldn't stop her. Trump, as soon as he came even close, it's Trump, shut up, shut up, shut up.
I just think they're like Hillary likes to harp on he didn't release his tax returns and stuff like that. I guess he's the first presidential candidate to do that in 40 years or something they were saying, or something like that. And obviously, it's because there's some weird stuff happening on his taxes, and he probably hasn't paid taxes. But I don't think he's cheated.
No, I think he's been able to do everything. Yes, he's used the system.
And this is the big thing that sticks out for me. He says, Hillary, you've been in politics for 30 years, and you haven't changed anything to prevent someone like him
from doing what he does.
Now let's be real here. Everybody who's a very rich individual uses the tax code and uses the system to benefit themselves.
Yep.
So the system is broken. It's not Donald Trump who's broken it. The people just look at him and go, "Well, you're rich. You should pay. Well, you should pay your share." But that's the system that's broken.
Yes. So, and it's something we have talked about before. It's like, you go to different systems, but we don't want to digress. So, and then, did you actually check out any of the fact checking?
No, because I just...
Okay. I fact checked. I checked out the fact checking on both the debates, and then during the second one, I found that they fact checked Trump, but not Hillary. The third one, I found another site, because the second one there was 2 sites. I checked them back and forth. The third one, I found another site.
I bet you the one where there's 2, you found discrepancies on both of them.
Yep,
you found one that says this is incorrect, and then this is correct.
Yeah, exactly. And then the third one, they actually hammered both candidates, and it was nice because when in the debate you're sitting there, okay, Trump is full of shit, and you go fact check. It's like, okay, yes, but
I hate to tell you, they're both full of shit.
And then Clinton, she would say something, and it's like, oh, that's full of crap. You go look, and it's like... But in the third one, I looked, and there's like, oh, she is full of shit.
Just think about this. Trump says he wants to get rid of, the trade deals and stuff like that. He's not going to be able to do that. He can't just go in there as a president and be like, we're getting rid of this. Because he has to go through all his checks and balances, and he has to, like, he's handcuffed. He can't just go in there, okay, we're out of NAFTA. Because it'd be like, no. It just doesn't work that way.
He still has to work with the Senate and the House to get things done.
You can't just build a fucking wall between Mexico and America.
But his point behind that is true. Is like they have millions of illegal immigrants in there, and it's like, why should they be given amnesty when you have millions of other legal immigrants who are doing it the right way? And
it's like mom and pop shop, our buddy working at the 7-Eleven to get his family over here should have preference over buddy who jumped a fence, and wants to be here and do nothing and just get free money and to live off the teat and stuff like that. So it's very, to me, because of, if you watch this show and my political views, I look at it and I look at them both and I go, it's refreshing to hear somebody like Donald Trump kind of speak from the hip, shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
I think he's an idiot, and I wouldn't want a hothead like that holding nuclear weapon codes, but then again, he's not going to be able to.
And it's so weird. It's like, oh, do you really want somebody that unstable?
He's not just going to be able to. He doesn't have a button beside his bed that he can just go, "Ooh, Russia, you're gone."
Yeah,
like, come on, easy.
I'm sorry, but in my opinion, you need somebody now, because look at what's going on in the world.
You need somebody who's not a career politician. Hillary's
you need somebody who's willing to walk up to somebody and go, "You're a fucking idiot."
Yeah, and tell you you're wrong.
And be damned the political consequences. Because look at Russia. I'm sorry, look at Russia. They sent their only aircraft carrier with a fleet to Syria. I don't know if they've reached there yet, but they're on their way. And it's like, Obama, what have they done? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm sure the generals and the admirals are doing something, as much as they're allowed to do. But Trump is willing to go, hey, maybe we shouldn't treat Russia as a bad guy and start working with him instead of against him.
Yeah.
And we might get more done.
I don't know.
And at that point in time, things could be different.
There's a lot of, individual issues that you could spend hours talking about. You know what I mean? But I encourage everybody in the U.S.
vote
to do
there are
research.
Two other candidates.
Stop. Don't just go blindly vote. We live in Alberta, and we know what happens when you just go blindly vote.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, don't just go blindly vote. Make sure you check out your stuff. If you're watching this today on Tuesday, you're a little bit behind on doing your research, but check out your stuff, check out your facts. Vote for who you truly believe would.
Who aligns more with you than anything else?
Yeah, and if nobody does,
personality.
Just remember, there are, like Chris was saying, there's two other candidates. There's Gary Johnson. I don't even know the fourth one. Some woman, right?
Yeah, some lady.
There are two other candidates that you can vote for, and I don't know the process in the U.S. if you can vote for none of the above. I've always been an advocate of the none of the above vote.
Yep.
The ability to say we don't like anybody. It pains me to sit here and to have everybody now thinking the way that I've thought for 10 years about the lesser of two evils. I've always thought that all politicians are evil, and they're not in it for long term. I don't think any politician goes, hey, we're here for long term success.
There are exceptions.
There's exceptions to every rule.
Bernie Sanders is an exception to the rule. He's a career-long politician. If he had won his primary against Clinton, I think it would have been a landslide against Trump.
Why didn't he win then?
Because the system was rigged against him.
The system is broken.
Yes.
The system is broken, and I think that's what we need to focus on. We're sitting here focusing on Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and we're forgetting the big picture of the system. The overall system that we have in both Canada and the U.S., more so the U.S., is broken.
Yes.
The system needs to be fixed. The system needs to be re-engineered to 2016, yes. 17, 16,
so
17, 18, 19.
In the grand scheme of things, if you had to vote,
I wouldn't vote.
You would abstain?
I wouldn't. I would be like, no. I want none of the above, and for the reason that I just think that that is my choice. Don't give me the bullshit of people fought for your right to vote, because they didn't. They fought for my right to choose.
Yes.
And don't give me that bullshit.
And
it pisses me off.
I would vote for Trump, actually. I would vote for Trump.
Who do I think's going to win?
It's going to be too close.
I think it's going
to be way closer.
I think Hillary's going to win. I think Hillary's going to win.
I think Hillary's going to win as well.
Because I think that
it's going to be really, really close.
I
think it's going to be a lot
55%. That's what I think. 55% for Hillary.
50.5.
55%. And the reason I think that is because I think the system is broken, and I think it's geared for the career politicians to win.
Okay. So, thanks for joining us. Hopefully, we'll find out tomorrow what's going on with the...
We'll find out in a few hours.
Well, yeah.
What time? I don't even know what time the polling booths close, but I'll be watching
we'll
MSNBC or whatever channel. It'll be on every channel. We'll be checking it out, guys.
Yes.
Next week, we will talk about the results.
And join us for the rest of the week when we have a little bit less serious topics.
We'll be talking about some entertainment.
Yes.
Tomorrow, we're talking about a couple movies.
And the day after, we're talking about some TV.
So like, comment, subscribe, guys. Thanks.